If you love to golf and dream of living within a chip shot of a golf course, you are in luck because Brevard County has 20 golf courses from Mims to Micco, including several that are beachside along the A1A corridor for you to consider. This post, we're going to bunker down and introduce you to the best golfing communities for you to move to here in Brevard County. So stick around. My name is Eric Larkin and I'm a real estate agent here in Brevard County. And when I'm not making videos like this one, I'm helping people buy and sell real estate. So if you have plans of an upcoming move, let me know how I can help. Starting at the north end of Brevard County, we have the Indian River Preserve Golf Course and Community. Formerly known as the Walkabout Golf Course, the Indian River Preserve is a 18-hole par 72 golf course that offers 5 tee boxes for any level of golfer. Properties in this golfing community are fairly new, with the oldest home built in 2005, and there's new construction that's happening today. You'll have an assortment of either single-family homes or townhomes for you to choose from. Home sales for the last 12 months have properties ranging from $310,000 to $408,000. Heading south to Titusville, we're going to the La Cita Golf and Country Club, located minutes from the Kennedy Space Center. It has been part of the Space Coast since 1982. This 18-hole golf course was designed by Ron Garl and Lee Trevino. And you have a variety of living options if you want to live in or near the La Cita golfing community. You have condos, you have townhomes, you have single family homes too. Construction started for the single family homes around 1980 through 2018. And the condominiums were built between 1980s to the early 2000s. Property selling in the last 12 months range from $113,000 up to $525,000. If you like the idea of having your golfing community that's also exceptionally close to the beach, then we're heading down to Melbourne Beach to introduce you to the Aqua Arena Beach and Country Club. Aqua Arena is a luxury community on the barrier island. It has gated access. You have river to ocean access as well. You have private access to pristine beaches in south end of Brevard County. And you also, since it's on the Indian River, that gives you access to the intercoastal, and you're exceptionally close to the Sebastian Inlet area too. And there's also their 18-hole golf course that's centered inside of the Archie Carr Wildlife Preserve. You will be living the resort lifestyle inside of Aqua Arena, and you'll have your choice of villas, townhomes, single-family homes, or oceanfront condominiums for you to call home. Property selling in Aqua Arena for the last 12 months range from $575,000 to $1.2 million. Staying beachside, we are heading north to Cocoa Beach to introduce you to the Cocoa Beach Country Club and Golf Course. This is a 27-hole golf course. It gives you several options if you want to play your 18 holes. Located at the west end of Minuteman Causeway, right on the Banana River. You also have a variety of housing options to consider if you want to live on or near the Cocoa Beach Golf Course. You have townhomes, you have condos, and you also have single-family homes too. Properties in the area were built from the 1960s all the way up to new construction. Some of the vacant lots have been built upon recently, or some of the older homes have been bought, tore down, and rebuilt new. Property prices for the last 12 months range from $250,000 to $1.875 million. Leaving the A1A corridor and the barrier islands of our beachside communities, we are heading west to the next barrier island, which is Merritt Island, Florida, and the Savannah's Golf Course. The Savannah's Golf Course is located very close to the Kennedy Space Center. You're close to Port Canaveral and minutes away from Cocoa Beach too. Savannah's Golf Course is 6,450 yards, par 72, that was designed by Gordon Lewis. Remember, you're exceptionally close to the Kennedy Space Center, so while you're playing through, if a rocket goes off, you will not only hear but feel the rumble from the engines. Living in the Savannahs, they're all single-family homes around the Savannah's Golf Course. The construction here started in 1990 all the way up to new construction that's happening today. Sales prices for the last 12 months range from $433,000 up to $745,000. We are heading to the mainland, to Brevard County's oldest city, which is Rockledge, Florida. That happens to be the home of Brevard County's oldest golf course, which is the Rockledge Country Club, established in 1918. The golf course is surrounded mostly by condominiums, but there's also some single-family homes. Condos were mostly built in the 1980s, and the single-family homes were built between the 1960s and the 1990s. Property sales for the last 12 months range from $170,000 to $510,000. Rockledge, Florida is also home to the Turtle Creek Golf Club, which has been a part of the Rockledge golfing community since the 1970s. This is a heavily landscaped, old Florida feel golf course with well-manicured fairways and brand new Bermuda grass on the greens. And since this is a narrow golf course that kind of meanders through the trees, you got to be careful on what clubs you select when you're playing at Turtle Creek. And if you want to live on or near the Turtle Creek Golf Course, you certainly have some options. From the 70s to the 80s, there were quite a few townhomes and single-family homes that were built. In the early 2000s, Augusta Trace was a new single-family home community built in Turtle Creek. A few years later, you have the Ventura at Turtle Creek condominiums that were built, and there's still new construction happening around Turtle Creek, either Augusta Trace, which is a single-family home community, or Bella Vista, which are townhomes that are being built on the west side of the course. Price range for the properties that sold in the last 12 months around the Turtle Creek range from $197,000 to $735,000. Heading south from Turtle Creek, we are entering Viera, and we're introducing you to the Viera East Golf Course. This 18-hole championship golf course features rolling fairways, crystal clear lakes, big white sandy bunkers, and palm trees swaying in the breeze. Viera East is also known for its wildlife corridor, so there is a high probability you'll see some form of wildlife, whether it's a bald eagle, sandhill cranes, maybe a gator, a deer, or possibly even a fox. Options to call home near and around the Viera East Golf Course includes half duplexes, townhomes, or single-family homes. These were all built between the 1990s and early 2000s. Properties sold in the last 12 months between $310,000 and $710,000. We are now leaving the Rockledge area / 32955 zip code to enter into North Melbourne / Suntree / Baytree, and also Viera, also known as the 32940 zip code. There are more golf courses in the 32940 than any other section of Brevard County. We're going to start out with the OG of the 32940, which is the Suntree Country Club. This is a private members-only course. It features 36 holes. You have the Classic course, which was one of the original senior PGA stops in the 80s and the 90s. And the Challenger course was designed by Arnold Palmer himself. And this will challenge even the best players. So this golf course plays through marshlands, through canals, lakes, and an active bird and wildlife sanctuary. And the good news is you don't have to be a member of the Suntree Country Club in order to live in one of the homes or townhomes surrounding this massive 36-hole course. The single-family homes were built between the 1970s and the early 2000s. They range in size from a 1,600 square foot house to a massive 6,000 square foot estate. The townhomes that are here in this area were built in the 80s and the 90s. Price ranges for the last 12 months range between $270,000 and $1.45 million. Heading west, right next door, is the Baytree National Golf Links and Community. This course opened in 1992, and the Baytree Nationals was designed by Gary Player. One of the cool things about this design is you will not have players on parallel fairways hitting into you at Baytree National. Besides this great golf course, you have some amazing homes that are situated on and around the golf course. There are custom homes that were built from the 90s to the early 2000s. Seeing homes in the 4,000 square foot to 7,000 plus square foot is not uncommon in this community. Yes, there are smaller homes in the 1,600 to 3,000 square foot, but there are an exceptional amount of large estate homes in Baytree National. Properties sold in the last 12 months ranged in price from $448,000 to $1.1 million. As we leave Baytree National, we are going to the west side of 95 into West Viera and the Durans Golf Course. This 18-hole championship golf course was established in 2006, and it has challenges throughout, including exceptionally fast greens. Besides the 18-hole course, they also have a par 3 9-hole course called Chipper's Walk that is illuminated, so if you wanted to play later in the day, aka evening, you have that opportunity too. And surrounding the Duran Golf Course are large luxury estate homes. The homes in West Viera on Duran's course are newer. Construction started in 2006, and new construction is happening today if you're looking for a brand new home. Properties sold in the last 12 months range from $650,000 to $1.85 million. If you're looking to live on or near the links, there are certainly some great options for you here in Brevard County. We have every property type in Brevard County on a golf course in almost every price point too. If you have any questions about any of these golf course communities or an upcoming move, we should definitely talk. I'll have a link to my calendar in the first comment below that'll have all my contact information. My name's Eric Larkin with Real Brokers. I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll see ya on the next show.